So if any of you have seen The Wolf of Wall Street,
Yes.
you would have seen Matthew McConaughey introducing DiCaprio to the Thymus Thump. That's what I call it. Namely, tapping. You don't really have to hit it very hard, but it's a thump. This region, which I call the thymic region. And the reason why it's important for DiCaprio is because he's utterly devoid of any spiritual center. I mean, he's one of the worst Wall Street degenerates that I think has, come into a movie recently. And so McConaughey, I haven't even seen the movie, but Nada told me about it. And what McConaughey tells me is that he taps this region in order to bring his voice up. And if you put your hand over this region, you get the sense of the vibrations of your voice that really affect a kind of thymic field. You get a vibratory field from the vibrations of your voice. Well, the Greeks had a word for it, and the word with thumos, Thymos, with an accent over the O, thumos. And it's right here, it's this region, it's the middle region, the bridge between reason and desire. Very central concept for Plato. It means courage, vitality, spiritedness, but spirit in the sense of its biological basis. The spirit and the soul are conjoined in this region. And so many people feel an emptiness or a vacuum in this region because they don't really know that there's any power to be expressed from this region. The term thymus gland and the herb thyme, Thymus vulgaris, are both derived from the Greek word thumos. It's a pity that the word thumos isn't in more common parlance than the gland and the herb. So the Greek word meant courage, vitality, or spiritedness, the courage to be, vital self-affirmation, the bridge between reason and desire, and the most important definition, the unreflective striving toward what is noble, which takes wing from here, not from here. It's the deepest meaning of longing. And the Greeks characterized it as a chariot ride. It's really related to the Greek god Eros, goddess Eros. What the Greeks meant by Eros. It's when your thumos takes flight. And the Greeks characterized it as a chariot ride. And it's the chariot ride that Parmenides took to the vision of being, as far as his thumos could desire. And so this needs to come into a kind of common consciousness that we have this centered self that is the root of our mentality and our cognitive consciousness. It's what we call emotional intelligence. And so we need to do the Thymus Thump in order to activate and invigorate and bring this basis for our vital self-affirmation and our bridge between reason and desire and our courage to be into as an effective resonance as we can. Think of this thymic field. Think of your soul and your spirit taking a sojourn, a walk through the thymic field, hand in hand with the wild thyme in bloom, and then do the Thymus Thump. Thank you so much. The Germans have a word for it, Stimmung, and it means mood. And it's related definitely to this middle region of a kind of vibratory character. And the German song type called Lieder, German Lieder, is an effort to evoke or awaken this Stimmung, this mood. And each Lieder, Schubert was the greatest composer of German Lieder. The Die Winterreise and Die Schöne Malerin are two of his famous song cycles, and sung by Dietrich Fischer-Dieskau. I urge you all to get his recordings of these two song cycles. His voice is just total liquid amber and absolutely attuned to this resonant area. And German Lieder is a wonderful counterpart to what you say about cathedrals as a way of awakening these moods and these resonant structures. They've developed an herbal therapy in Germany called Umstimmungstherapy, which is to retune or uptune your thymus gland, which is the major organ of your immune system. So I was stunned and thrilled to find that they had these various herbal preparations that were to enhance the thymus gland in its immune function.